The real question is this: are comic books good or are they not good? If you want to raise a generation that is half stormtroopers and half cannon fodder with a dash of illiteracy, then comic books are good. In fact, they are perfect. Just a very short while ago, an 11-year-old boy committed a holdup in California and killed a woman of 42. And when the police came to arrest this 11-year-old boy, his older brother, who's 20, said, if you want to know the cause of all this, here it is. It's these rotten comic books. Cut them out, and things like this would not happen.
Testing. In 1954, a psychiatrist told the United States Senate that Batman and Robin were a homosexual wish dream. He claimed comics were a seduction of the innocent, poison. He was wrong, but he was also a catalyst. You are watching Slop TV's previously on Capitalism. I am your host, Based Boomerstein. On this episode, the man who called Batman, well, gay and broken industry. This is a story of moral panic, a public hearing, and the self-censorship that lobotomized an entire industry for money. Oh, whoa, the fuck shit. In the early 50s, comics had guts. They weren't just for kids. You had horror, you had crime, all real art. The market leader was EC Comics, Entertainment Comics, run by the legendary and badass William Bill Gaines. His creators knew what the audience wanted. And gore sold. It sold like wildfire and cotton candy. But post-war America, all suits and suburbs, needed someone to blame for all the juvenile delinquency going on. They needed a scapegoat. And as circumstances would be, they found the perfect foil in a German-American psychiatrist named Dr. Fredric Wertham. You see, Wertham's 1954 book was a hit job, a masterpiece of flawed methodology, aka utter bullshit. He said crime comics were manuals for delinquency. He said Wonder Woman was a lesbian fantasy. And get this, the comic Batman, well, he said that two men living together in that kind of way, taking in a kid, was a wish dream of two homosexuals. Ain't that a bitch? So the suits in Washington convened. It was April 1954. The Senate hearings, led by Senator Estes Kefauver. Dr. Wertham was the star witness, spouting his claims on national TV. And the networks, well, they ate it up. The papers ate it up. It was a proper shit show. And the publishers had to go defend their art. Bill Gaines from EC, well, he was the real artist in the room. He had the most to lose. That was the moment, April 21st, 1954, the day the art died. Senator Kefauver, an amateur, he sat there and he held up this beautiful cover. And he asked Gaines if he had thought this was good taste. And Gaines, who had balls of steel, well, he said, "Yes, sir, I do." Go ahead, Jamie. Play the original tape for him.
Few issues of the first modern comic magazine, Famous Phonies.
Famous what?
Phonies. I was the first publisher in these United States to publish horror comics. I'm responsible. I started them. Some may not like them. That's a matter of personal taste. It would be just as difficult to explain the harmless thrill of a horror story to a Dr. Wertham as it would be to explain the sublimity of love to a frigid old maid. What are we afraid of? Are we afraid of our own children?
Well, look at that thing. For a cover of a horror comic, it is the thing of beauty. Bill Gaines told the truth. The Room, all these phonies, they lost their fucking minds. But Gaines was dead in the water. There was the feeding frenzy. Parent groups, phonies, burning comics, comic books in the street, burning art. The government was ready to step in. So the publishers, the distributors, they had to save their asses, not the art, their asses. So they formed this thing, this committee. And on October 26th, 1954, they gave birth to the Comics Code Authority. This code, it wasn't a guideline, it was a lobotomy. It took the teeth off the entire industry. The rules? A joke. Horror and terror? Banned. You couldn't even use the words on the cover. Crime couldn't be sympathetic. Based, how about them monsters, or all the good stuff, you know, the vampires, the ghouls, the werewolves? All gone. They banned the monsters. And for the portrayal of, let's say, cops, judges, politicians, well, you had to show them as perfect, pure fantasy. And what if no seal? No seal? Well then, no distribution, motherfucker. Bang! You're dead, and so is your P&L. The once glorious EC Comics? Gutted. They went from dozens of beautiful, lurid titles to one. Bill Gaines, this pioneer, he had to turn Mad into a magazine, not a comic, but a magazine, just to survive. And, well, the superheroes? Oh boy. They turned Superman into a frickin' babysitter, fighting pranksters from the fifth dimension. And Batman, well, he got a golden lab, a dog. Cute, isn't it? The art form was officially castrated. It was safe. It was stupid. And it was, well, it was profitable. For a while, at least. You want to know what this story is really about? It's not about kids. It was never about kids. It was about fear. It was about a bunch of amateurs. Dr. Fredric Wertham, Senator Estes Kefauver, who didn't understand the jack shit about comic book art. And it was about a bunch of suits who didn't have the guts to defend it. They sold out the artists. They sold out the craft, all to protect their wallets from a little heat. But what the hell do I know? This isn't some one-off story. This is what you get when the phonies and the money men win. That's the episode. That's previously on Capitalism. Remember, subscribe to our channel above at Slop TV, and as always, please send your feedback and discuss in the comments. If not, go fuck yourselves. This is Boomerstein, signing off.